Hello everyone, Jace Kara here, and welcome back to another boss ranking video. Today we'll be going over Lost Side, and we'll be ranking every boss, but not actually from easiest to hardest. There will be no repeat or many bosses featured on this list, and the entirety of my playthrough was done without Solarius Keepsake. And with all of that, let's get started. Up first on our list, we have the Elite Demon, where it is just him and one ad enemy. I think it's it's a wraith-looking guy. It just kind of shoots at you. Strat was go defeat the guy that's going to shoot you the entire round, and then focus on the Elite Demon. It's a very basic tutorial boss. Just run up, smack him a couple times, and he'll fall over with no problems. Up next on our list, we have the Alpha Snowwolf. It's a very basic boss fight. The boss has a lot of very telegraphed moves, just dodge and weave when you need to, and you'll see a lot on this list. I opted for the Scythe, and it is probably my favorite weapon in the game, and that is usually what I use to kill these bosses, but he just kind of jumps around. Every now and then he'll throw Ice Breath on you, so bring in the basic trinkets if you're having problems with ice resistance, and that's kind of it. Just kind of well on him, you'll fall over like Sif from Dark Souls, which I still feel bad about to this day, and maybe you'll see a Dark Souls boss ranking at some point in time, but until then, let's go to the next one. Up next on our list, we have Lord Whitecloud. He is, in my opinion, the easiest out of the 4 lords that you fight in the first area. He's a basic Dragoon. He just kind of thrusts his spear at you, kind of jumps at you a little bit, maybe swings every once in a while. Just dodge and weave and time your parrying attach. If you'll see later in this list, you probably went up against Rose Queen before this fight, so this should be basic for you. He is definitely a step down from what you fought before. Very simple. Halfway through the fight, he does jump on a pedestal and kind of amps up with wind, and doesn't really help him whatsoever. So just kind of dodge, weave, beat him up a little bit, and yeah, you'll just be down. Now, a controversial take, but Aramon is next on my list. The final boss for this game was disappointing, albeit fucking beautiful, but I also want to believe that in a way I felt really good about getting powered up from all of these people and getting this ultimate form and just wailing and beating the shit out of this last guy. He's very simple. In my opinion, I just ran in with the Scythe, and you'll see a tech that I'll use here, and it's probably on screen now, where if you break the break bar and then just press L2 R2 and go into your super form and just wail on him until the break bar is almost over, and then do the finisher, it'll just chunk off his health. It took me about maybe 5 minutes for the final fight to end, which was a little disappointing, but super cool fight. He throws basically a lot of projectiles at you. He'll run around a little bit, throw a bunch of balls at you, lots of triangles, and every now and then a black hole. I learned that if you have the Scythe on and you perfect dodge through the black hole, or just stand in it and just keep pressing the dodge button, you crank up and rank a bunch of mini scythes that'll go at him and just destroy his bar. Super simple fight in my personal opinion, a little disappointing, but was super fun and really, really flashy. Up next, we have Lord Goldlion. This one is a little bit higher than the others because it's my second boss in the game. I think he's I think he's the second boss. He's the second boss you fight. He just kind of turns into gold, runs around, and smacks you. This is at the beginning of the game where I was still kind of learning the controls, because this game does play a lot like Devil May Cry, but the parry and dodge mechanics like Final Fantasy 16. Still getting used to it. Wasn't hard, died I think once to him, and just took me a little bit to get used to. He does nothing special, it's just he will disappear, and he does the stomping attacks that send shockwaves on the ground, but as long as you're jumping in the air and slashing at him, you should be alright, but he will go down pretty easily, and then comes our next one. Up next on our list, we have Lord Buckhorn. It is a dragon fight. You just stroll up, smack his claws, his break bar breaks, he lays down, smack him in the head, rinse and repeat. Very simple fight. The shockwaves will kind of get you, and then I think midway through the fight, he'll throw his fist on the ground, or yeah, it's a claw, and then a bunch of little things pop up from the ground, so if you're not quick enough and you don't dodge quick enough, he'll just come up and kind of hit you, just take your health. He has one move that does a ton of damage and will kind of one-shot you if you're not careful, so just maintain your health, dodge a little bit, and I personally just tried sitting in between two claws and did manage to like smack two at once, but super easy, super simple, and which leads to the next one, which is basically the same one, which is the White Dragon. Apparently there is a section of this fight I just completely missed. You'll see on the right of the screen there's two bars, it's red and blue. If the enemy hits you enough times, the red bar fills up, but if you hit him enough times, the blue bar fills up. And then if the blue bar fills, you can turn into you can turn to Arena, and he'll just kind of kaiju fight the dragon. It's pretty cool. I saw a YouTube video, and that's how I know that existed. But it is the exact same strat. Walk up, smack some claws, and then dodge. White Dragon has a bit more attacks. He'll have like a fire breath, like it just kind of spews in a line, then a giant cone attack with a bunch of lasers on it. So just be wary of that, and you should be okay. Next up on our list is Liana. Liana just turns into a bird and just kind of flies around. It is basically it's a very basic fight. She'll just fly around for a little bit, just kind of smack her when she comes down, just be wary when she dubs in. It's very telegraphic. It's kind of like Alpha Snow Wolf to an extent of telegraph, but she hits pretty hard, and I think it's fire damage is what she does to you, or I think it looks like lightning. Just, it's very hard to see these little little icons while I'm editing, but yeah, it's a super simple fight, barely any problems, and yeah, she's pretty alright. Last on our list for the first area was the Rose Queen. I had a lot of trouble with this fight. I don't know why. Looking back at the footage, I'm like, wow, I was really dumb. So Rose Queen was the hardest one. I died to her, I think, 3 or 4 times, which is how I figured out Solarius Keepsake was a thing. Didn't use it, just knew it existed. And apparently it's the only trinket you get if you die multiple times in the beginning area. So that's pretty cool if anyone's struggling in the beginning. But she just kind of has a bow and arrow, I figured out if you just rush her, she just doesn't hit you. Her big move is she'll hop into the middle of Arena and then just put out a bunch of Rose Thorns. If you time it right, you can jump and smack her off and then just stop the entire attack overall. And if not, just kind of run in a straight line in a circle and she won't hit you. Very easy, easy. Well, it was pretty basic, but she was difficult. She was the hardest one out of the 4 lords, and she did give me a hard time, but we got through it. We're cool. Next on our list, we have Vesper. Vesper was really, really cool looking, and he is kind of the reason our sister is in a trance, so naturally we would have to kick his ass at one point in time. He's just a duelist. He has like 2 laser swords and just kind of goes at you. He's really, really cool. Just dodge and weave, basically. It's really all I've got for you. He has one move though where he'll like launch himself into the air, and you'll see it. There's a giant red ring on the ground. It shouldn't be hard to avoid. Just walk out of it, or else, like in this clip you'll see on the screen here, just take a shit ton of damage. I should have probably died there, but did die to him like once or twice. Just dodge and perfect block. Perfect blocks are like the key to like just winning this game, and they're very telegraphed. So like you'll see the little blue circle and go, let me just press circle right now, and then you get like a nice little stun. Just throw him into the corner, beat him up, and yeah, that's kind of it. Next on our list, we have the Mysterious Monster. This was a surprising boss to run into. So he's just a big guy. He just kind of throws balls every now and then, like just kind of swings, just kind of punch at him. And then mid-fight, or multiple times during the fight, depending on how quickly you're killing him, he'll put his fist on the ground, send out a shockwave, and a giant force will come around him. You can't damage him during this time, and he just pulls a Roxas and just starts throwing lasers at you in circles, and they just kind of follow you around. Just be wary of those. I learned just perfect dodging works, so if you can just continually just combo those up, you get like a lot of instant slashes you can use in a row when he comes out of it. So use that to your advantage. Just don't get hit by lasers, and don't let them punch you. So yeah. Next up, we have the Chronocore Sentinel. This was a very interesting fight, and I think my favorite part about this game is the gimmick fights. So this is one of them. He has 2 arms, just dodge and smack him when you can. Multiple things. He does send lasers at you, which kind of hurts if you stand in it for too long, so you have to constantly be moving. And then it'll be announced to you. It shouldn't be very hard to miss when Arena's like, hey, look out, or something along those lines, and you have to run around with your greatsword and smack the ground and start up a force field, or else it is an immediate KO, I believe. I don't think I ever missed it. Didn't stick around to find out, but in future fights where that is a gimmick, it will kill you. So be cautious of that. And other than that, you should just be good. Just kind of smack him when he's down, and then just lasers hurt a lot. Just don't stand in those. Up next on our list, we have the Buckhorn Spirit Dragon. If we were ranking bosses for like battlefields, this one is probably my number 2 next to Aramon. Aramon's boss fight's really cool looking, but this one was like, oh shit, Nameless King, you know, super cool looking. He's just a basic dragon, just kind of flies around, will smack you a little bit. Recommend the lightning resistance for this. Lightning resistance will help you a shit ton. Midway through the fight, he will send up pillars with like crystals on them while having a force field around him, so just be wary of that. You just have to go around, smack him, and then when all the crystals are gone, his force field will come down. Just be careful. He does send a lot of projectiles at you. He will fly around a ton. I wouldn't recommend locking onto him during the flying sections, but near the end of the fight, or I think it's down when he's down to his last bar, he'll send up some flowers from the ground, and you just gotta climb him and then smack him in the face, and he'll just fall to the ground. Overall, basic fight, just kind of dodge and weave when you need to, don't get hit by projectiles, bring lightning resistance if you're having trouble, and that's kind of it. That's all I got for you. Next up on our list, we have the Soul Devourer. This is the demon responsible for putting our sister in the trance that was... I mean, Vesper is the reason why our sister is in a trance, but this thing just is the one that took the soul. Point is, he starts out the fight on all fours, and basically it just kind of smacks you around. And then midway through the fight, he'll be like, so you are a worthy opponent. And he'll stand on 2 feet with a giant sword and go, rah, and then just kind of smack you around. Kind of basic, just dodge, and he does send out a lot of shockwaves, so get ready to like perfect dodge those or block them if you can. And if not, just be careful. He does hurt. Like, the dude, it's very telegraphed, but if that great sword does hit you, it does a lot of damage. So just be wary of that, and you should be fine. Up next on our list was Victor. Victor was the boss fight I think I was looking forward to the most because of how flashy he looks, and oh my god, he did not disappoint. Victor is not, I would say, a hard boss. He's probably mid-tier. He hits really hard, and he's a lot like, I think it's Godric from Elden Ring, where he would just send like a bunch of holy spears down on you and stuff like that. It's a very projectile-based fight, and he does like the Hollow Knight thing where he'll like, Hornet will just throw that like thread around her and just become invulnerable. If you touch it, you just kind of get hurt. A lot of his golden swords become weapons. They're pretty cool looking, and his super move involves him flying into the air and saying something like, "Break down, foul pest!" and then he'll just throw a bunch of shit at you, and then send out a lot of golden waves. So be get ready to just dodge all of those if you can, and if not, they don't hurt too bad, but they will hurt. And every now and then he'll send like a golden Beyblade at you, but other than that, just kind of throw him into the corner, smack him around a little bit, and you should be alright. Next up on our list, Abyssal Centipede. The only reason this is so high is because the boss has a shit ton of health, and I think the most annoying part of said boss fight was the add-ons. The ads in this fight are just annoying and just take a little bit. The boss himself is very simple. He just has like a giant laser beam you can dodge. It's another gimmick fight where you have to go around and smack I think it's 4 little things with your great sword, and then smack the thing in the middle to activate a giant force field so you don't get wrecked. And the second phase of the boss fight, for anyone wondering, if you're having issues, was right as he goes down, like before the timer starts, I immediately just smacked the first like pedestal and then just started running around and trying to avoid the hidden walls, because that will slow you down at least by a couple seconds. And just, you know, just great sword right across, and just don't miss your quick time event and you'll be alright. Up next, Liquid Energy. This was the boss fight I feared would kill my PlayStation. My PlayStation 5 has, I don't think it's ever dropped frames before. At least not to a degree that I have seen or cared about mostly. But holy shit, I don't know what they did for the water in this fight, or I'm starting to now think it's a design thing. But yeah, he hurts. And when he summons water, because, you know, dance water dance, fucker will just lower your frame rate a little bit. Midway through the fight, he will turn into a giant humanoid thing, and very telegraphed moves when he decides to swing the spear around or summons giant water walls. There's a lot of, for anyone who's having issues, dodge the main attack and then immediately dodge after, because he'll send like another, he'll swing it around once and then a bunch of water will follow it. And that's kind of it. That's really all I have. Just be wary of the follow-ups and you should be good. The next three on our list come from the wonderful world of Sekiro. We have, first off, it is Master Neverwind, who I thought was personally the easiest out of the three. He does a lot of, I think it's lightning is his, I think they all do lightning. The only one that doesn't is, we'll get to that. So he has lightning based moves. He's a very simple boss to a degree, I would imagine, to like a normal player. It's just he's very fast, I think is where a lot of people are going to get tripped up. And I figured out if you just throw him into the corner, he just kind of doesn't move. His big attack is he'll like fly into the middle of the room and summon like a giant, I don't even know what you call it. I almost called it a pentagram. It's just a giant like circle with a bunch of little dudes who summon usually either lightning circles or he'll throw fire at you. So just be wary of that, and it gives them energy. I imagine there's something to do with the color, like the colors that would pop up, because like there's like a green symbol and a blue symbol. The bite didn't last long enough for me to care about that. Another thing he'll do is he'll fly into the air, throw a bunch of lightning at you, so just be wary of that. Bring lightning resistance if you're having issues with this fight. And overall, I think the thing you'll have like the most problem with is like he'll just he's very fast. His lightning hurts a lot. And he does throw like wind tornadoes at you, so you should be wary of that. Other than that, if you can keep up, you should be alright, which leads us to the next one, which is Squall. Hey, Final Fantasy 8, what you doing here? Not actually. Also, I think also a lightning-based user. He was a bit more difficult for me because of how his lightning worked. Because with Neverwind, it was just, you saw him jump up and come down, and then it was like electric spike, electric spike, electric spike, which is easy to dodge. This guy will just move, and you think, oh, it's just a basic polearm attack, and it's like, nope, I'm gonna shoot lightning at you, pow! At midway through the fight, he'll just jump on the roof, just fly around and send like lightning circles at you, and then do the lightning breathing technique from Demon Slayer, and just like make a circle around you. He bring lightning resistance to this fight. It's highly recommended. He moves a lot, and he just throws a lot of lightning at you, and you should be alright. Just be careful and dodge. Which leads to the last of the three master, I guess, I don't even know what they call them, lords, masters, samurais, but Torch. Torch, in my opinion, was the hardest one. It was the Lady Maria of this boss fight, where it is a lot of shockwave fire. Bring fire resistance if you have it. Burning. I think I've died more in this game to anything else that it was tick damage. Tick damage has murdered me more times than any boss in this game. So fire will do that to you. Be careful. You'll see in the footage I used a lot of the polearm because of the range attack. I did just kind of wail on him, like build it up, and then just stand in the back and just kind of shoot at him. He does summon clones. So clones will also throw fire at you. Just be sure to have your dodge button ready, because I find dodging is a lot better than what is it called, blocking. His big move is he'll jump into the air and make like a giant outline. Just don't stand on the red lines and you'll be all right. And that is it for the three masters. On to, I think, our top, actually that is our top 5, isn't it? Huh? In our number 5 spot, we have the Emperor. The Emperor was, I knew I was gonna fight him. I just didn't think it'd end like this, which I think it's so funny. He's like, oh my god, what have I done? What the fuck did you think was gonna happen when you handed him 5 soul crystals? Whatever. It's a scripted fight mostly, but he is difficult. He hits really hard. He does move around, and it's darkness, I think, would be the element here. I don't even know if there's a resistance for that. You just kind of wail on him, and then after every single health bar drops, one more person will enter the fight. Like, I think it's Zana enters the fight, and then Victor will help you out. He has a lot of just, I'm gonna jump in the air and throw a bunch of shit at you moves, and if you get hit by those hurt pretty bad. And he just kind of goes wild and just kind of hits you. He does hit pretty hard, that's why I left him up there, and I just remember pressing the dodge button a lot more than I should have, and I almost, and you'll see on the footage here, I almost did not make the fight. There was a lot of laser, and I was like, oh god, I'm out of health pots, oh no, and it was super great. Number 4 goes to our Nier Automata boss, the Ahriman Power Source. Ahriman Power Source was, alright, for someone like me who just kind of went through the game just spamming the block and dodge button. I had problems with this boss for I don't even know why. It's a lot of projectile. He'll throw a lot of balls at you. The balls bounce. And he'll occasionally dodge across the field with a laser, which isn't very hard to avoid. Just be careful about that. Just kind of dodge through it. You get like invincibility frames. And he throws a laser beam every now and then, so just be careful about that. When he dodges across with a giant laser beam, he will just throw a bunch of purple balls to the side of the arena. And that is like what is going to bounce at you while you dodge through the laser. Just be wary of that when the time comes. And just overall, actually, nope, there's one more thing. The last stage of the fight, he's kind of just floating in the middle of the arena with like a giant hole. So if you fall down, the floor will hit you, so just be wary of that. And while a bunch of balls will fall from the ceiling, just be wary of what is falling and what hits, because once it hits the ground, it will send a shockwave and come at you. So, you know, just be careful about that. My advice would be pole arm and just kind of try to stay in the air as long as humanly possible. That's kind of all I've got for you. Before going into our top 3, I do have an honorable mention, which will be the lightning golem in the open world segment. I walked up to this thing and was like, huh, that's cool. And I just kind of poked it with my stick. Knowing it was I probably knew it was a boss fight. I couldn't remember. That is a skill check. He hurts a lot. Tick damage hurts a lot. It was a lot of AoE, lots of ground attacks, and there's a lot of opportunities to perfect block, and if I was sober, I probably would have gone better. And for anyone who's wondering, for these last 3 fights, I don't think I was sober. I did start drinking for the last 3 fights. And that's probably why they ended up as hard as they did, but I also, looking back at my footage, my drinking did not affect my ability to play this game whatsoever. If anything, it looked like I did a lot better than I thought. What alcohol will do to you? Into our number 3 spot, best girl Zana. Zana will dominate you if you don't dominate her. Be careful, she hits really hard, she moves around a lot, and if you are not paying attention, she will just straight murk you. It's a lot of AoE. If you're really good at dodging instead of blocking, there is a ton of, like, and I mean like a ton of dodge opportunities here. So if you are like me and throwing around the pole arm, or and I think I mostly use a sword for this fight, instant slashes are like your best friend. They will help you a lot. She has the same move as her masters, where she will jump up into the air and throw a bunch of shit at you. Just dodge that if you can. Polearm was probably my best friend here, as I used it a lot ranged, and occasionally used it to slam her into the corner. Her big move is she will cover the entire arena in fog, and you know, any hint of your friend is gone, she's going to kill you. Just for this section, you can't hit her, so when she does appear, time your perfect block. You need to do that, or she is just gonna do this forever. But once you perfect block her, all the fog goes away, and you just kind of wail on her into the corner, and she will just go down. So, doing some research for this list, I learned that Drogo was everyone's number 1 pick. He is my number 2 pick. He is indeed difficult, and it hurts a lot. That is, I think, the entirety of the snow area in this game was the skill check before the final section, which is really weird because everything after this is really simple compared to them. Someone was just like, let's just crank the difficulty on these ones. Bring ice resistance with you, obviously. That's all these last 2 bosses will do. He does a lot of combo, and he does track you. So if you are trying to move around or dodge while he is like mid-swing, he is going to hit you. There is no if, he will. So dodge and perfect block, those are literally your best friends. He has moves that I don't know if they're like AoE. Some of them are AoE, but I think the biggest ones are he will increase the range of what he can slash. So he'll like imbue in his weapon in ice, and he'll send like ice waves at you. And if you try to dodge out of the way, there's a good chance it will just end up clipping you. So advice is ice resistance. Get good at dodging and parrying, or not parrying, just dodging and blocking, and you will end up all right. There is a lot of follow-up to this fight as well, so just be wary of that. Just kind of like with the water source boss, just lots of follow-up, so just just be careful, watch them, and you will be all right. And to some of you, no surprise, the Elder King is my number one on the list. I don't know what it was about this fight. This is where a lot of the drinking took place, because I was just like, I wonder. I was like, I'm clearly not drunk enough, right? So, it is lightning and ice. Bring both resistances if you can. Or I think it's it looked like lightning. I remember a lot of lightning. I'm looking at the footage right now, actually. He swings a lot. He moves around and shit. He is very mobile for an old man, by the way. Dude hits like an absolute fucking truck. His big move is he will spawn pillars across the map, and those pillars are like, you have to get behind them or you're going to die. And if you my personal advice would be stick in the middle and look around, and when one of them turns blue, that is the one you run behind, because that one will not break. If you hide behind any of the other ones, it will, like, I think take half the damage. The blue one will take all of the damage. So he does a lot of Beyblade. He does a lot of what's a good comparison? Lots of Godskin duo type shit. He will just like throw like dark like waves at you and lightning slashes. And one thing I did learn in one of my attempts, and if the footage is here, I'm going to throw it up here. If you are too far away from him, like I thought about doing one time, dude's gonna just yoink, he'll yoink you to him and just smack the shit out of you. It's super great. I had a fun time. This was probably my favorite boss in the whole game, and was my hardest boss. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This is my first time doing boss rankings, and you will learn that a lot of this is not scripted. I literally have a sticky note next to me that's just footnotes and what the boss order was, and that is what a lot of these videos are going to be, because I can't script to save my life, and I'm definitely not letting an AI do it. So, you know, yeah. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you guys have any, you know, if you guys don't think Elder King was your hardest boss, or if you think one of my rankings is wrong, feel free to put it down below. And a review of the game will be coming out soon, so please look out for that. And I do hope to see you all next time. Goodbye!